What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. I am currently on the test server, guys. We're gonna take the new fusion champion for a spin. We're gonna see if it's actually worth investing the resources to get a new Ogre tribes. Brewguard Jeroboam, defense-based champion, force affinity, and we already had a look at his kit, but we're quickly gonna go over it again, guys. So with A1, he has a chance to basically decrease the cooldown of a random ally and fill the thermometer by 10% if you decrease the cooldown. That's actually a pretty nice touch. With the A2, he's gonna cleanse all of your team. He's gonna give a shield to all of your team based off 15% of his max HP and a heal based off his own max HP, plus a slightly additional heal based on each debuff you are cleansing. This will be on a 3-turn cooldown. He's a defense-based champion. His base HP is not insane, so he's not really gonna generate you a massive heal. With A3 on a 4-turn cooldown fully booked, he will have a chance to increase the duration of all enemy debuffs by 1 turn. You do require accuracy for this. Then he will have a chance to increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn and fill their thermometer by 20%. So you can build him with accuracy if you want to increase the duration of debuffs. If you don't care about that, you don't require accuracy. Now this will be on a 4-turn cooldown. Preferably, you want to have it on a 3-turn cooldown to really make the most out of it on a weak swell Yannicka comp. You can still use it with reflex sets and have tons of painkeepers around to decrease the cooldowns of the skills. And you can use him in there if you want to. Then, with the passive, which was the most interesting thing on the passive, to be honest. Initially, on the very first impression, I thought that, okay, he can work versus Armans. He cannot work versus Armans. Then he can work versus other crowd control champions. We're gonna see exactly how his passive works. So the passive effect, which has no cooldown, basically thermometer reduction effects used versus him will be decreased by 50%. Also will fill this champion's thermometer by 20% whenever an ally will get a crowd control debuff. So that's actually interesting. But he can get crowd control as well. So even if he is getting thermometer, he's still gonna be stunned, provoked, frozen, or wherever, okay? Then with the active effect of the passive, whenever a crowd control debuff is removed or expires from an ally, it will fill the ally's thermometer by 20%. That's it. It's not gonna do anything else. So if you're gonna go versus an Armans, all your team will get their thermometer decreased, right? Armans steals the thermometer. So it doesn't matter if you're building this champion on Stone Skin, it doesn't matter if you're building him on Resistance, or whatever else you might have in mind. Once Armand steals the thermometer from the other champions, even if he's not stealing it from him, he's instantly going to take a turn. It doesn't matter that he has full thermometer, okay? And he can either polymorph this champion or polymorph somebody else. Of course, if he has Resistance, most likely he won't get polymorphed. But your champions, the rest of the champions from your team, are under a crowd control debuff. Now you can open with this skill and cleanse those debuffs, and they will have 20% thermometer, which means that they are far off from taking a turn, and the enemy team will most likely wipe them before they get to make a move. So this really makes him pretty irrelevant for Arena, to be honest. Now, a lot of people are very curious to see how this champion will perform in the Hydra Clan Boss. We're going to try him alone. We're going to try him with Shamael. And we're going to see exactly what we can do with this champion in the Hydra Clan Boss. So we're going to use him as the Head of Torment counter, okay? With his passive, with the clans, we're gonna get some healing, we're gonna get some shield, and that A1. I'm not gonna do full runs or anything like that. I'm just gonna try to get a Head of Torment to spawn. That's why I brought in a stronger team to make sure I'm taking the heads down as fast as possible so we can have the Head of Torment, just so you guys can see what is going to happen. So right here we can use this skill, increase the duration of buffs. Mainly, you're gonna increase the thermometer. That's kind of like what matters the most, at least for what we're doing right now. Then you can go, of course, with the rest of the champions, do your damage, do whatever you might have planned in here, and basically get that job done. So we're gonna boost a bit our thermometer. Like this, we're gonna heal, we're gonna cleanse. You've seen the healing, 14,000. It's not a massive healing, but let's just say you can definitely work with that. And I just realized I'm supposed to put block buffs instead, instead of boosting that thermometer. But hey, that's my bad on it. Maybe we can kill this head of mischief before. Pretty close, but definitely not enough. Let's see, a decreased speed will save us. Unfortunately not. But let's see how well he's going to perform versus the Head of Torment, which is not in our rotation right now. So we're going to open with the A1. We're going to increase the duration of buffs after, and we're going to get more thermometer and all that good stuff. By the looks of it, I am missing gear on my Lazarius, which is a bit of an issue, but not the biggest issue. Hopefully we have enough accuracy. To get that job done, you know. So we can increase the duration of buffs right now. We cannot increase the duration of debuffs because we don't have accuracy. Sorry, plenty of accuracy for what we need. So let's crack on with what we're doing right here. If we're quickly gonna pay attention to his heal, I'm gonna show you the build at the end, guys, on the champion. What I quickly want to show you is basically the heal and how he performs versus the Head of Torment. So pay attention to the healing that you're getting. The shield won't get replaced. Or actually, the shield got replaced too. So we got a 15k healing and we got a 15k shield, right? We had no debuffs to remove. So it's not the craziest heal. It's not the best heal. Let's just say the healing is decent-ish if you can build him with a lot of HP. Mine currently is at around 80 to 90k HP. So let's take that head down. And then let's head over for the to take down the Head of Decay. A1. We decreased the cooldown of Lydia. We gave her a bit of thermometer, which is definitely a nice touch. Let's put these debuffs again. Let's provoke again. And let's go in with this on Lazarius. Bring in some damage. Right now, I can increase the duration of buffs. Get some more thermometer from him. Not a bad thing to be able to do that, to be honest. I actually like that thing, to get the thermometer on top of it. So hopefully the Head of Torment will spawn after we're getting all of these heads down. Shame that he's not in a rotation on the test server. I don't think it's the same rotation on the actual in the actual game. You know, I feel like we have a different rotation there. So again, decrease the cooldown on Lazarius. It seems like we decreased it twice by the looks of it, and we got the thermometer boosted twice with each one of the hits, which is definitely a very nice touch. You know, I did not thought that he's gonna be able to decrease it with every single hit, but that's actually very good news. Thinking about it, seeing it in practice, you know. Okay, so we have one more head that we gotta take down. Let's cleanse, get a bit of extra healing. So right here on Theox, we got a 20k healing just because he had 3 poisons on. So that's actually a bit more helpful, you know. Supposed to actually just target a different head because we already have hacks on that head of rat, so we should be fine. Let's just throw in some random skills in here and pray that a Head of Torment will come out. Righty, so we got a Head of Torment. I'm gonna quickly show you exactly what's going to happen. So there you go. Thermometer. He has the veil, so he's gonna be irrelevant. But even with all that, you see, we lost our turn because of the True Fear. We got 20% thermometer instead. Now, right now, I can actually cleanse all of this True Fear. And this is awesome. I can do it now. But let me just quickly show you something else. So, again, we're going to go for that fear. Let's get that fear on everybody. We want to have that fear. Come on. Fear all of my team. Beautiful. Okay. And let's just say you're going to have a fear on him as well. For whatever reason, I have a reflex set on him and an impulse set. So this skill became available again. And that's because of the build. But I quickly want to show you something. So if he's going to get feared as well, right? He's getting thermometer again. So every time a fear procs, we're getting thermometer. Okay, again, thermometer. Again, that's actually no thermometer because it's not an active turn by the looks of it. Okay. Then we missed that. Lydia got 20% thermometer. But right here, the only thing you can do is cleanse if you have that available. If he has the True Fear, there's a very high chance, 50% chance, for that True Fear to block you from using your active skill. So that's what I'm gonna try to show you right here. So he's not good at doing this job either, okay? That's the whole point of what I'm trying to show you here. He's not good at doing that job either. So right now is a 50% chance for the Fear to proc. And it procced, we lost the skill, and we gained 20% Term Meter. My team is still aft because they're full of True Fear. So he's basically not doing crap in here either, okay? I just wanted to show you these guys so you can actually understand that he's not going to change your game in the Hydra Clan Boss. Not in this format, okay? And for the rest of you guys that have more of a rich imagination and you're wondering, oh my god, if I'm going to bring this champion in with him, they are going to be absolutely OP. Yes, Shamael and him, oh my god, they are going to change the game. Well, this is dumb, okay? And the reason why this is dumb, guys, is because you need to drop a damage dealer to bring in two weird champions, okay? Shamael does his job very well. But his role in here is pretty irrelevant. Either you're gonna drop a damage dealer, either you're gonna drop down your defense down and weaken, either you're gonna drop down your block buffs, either you're gonna drop down your provoker, and end up with this champion in the team that... what is his role in here? You know, what is he meant to do? Yes, you will get a lot of Term Meter whenever these two champions are together. Just because you're getting a lot of Term Meter for that Fear, it doesn't mean that he's going to do anything crazy. If he was a damage dealer and he was getting all of the Term Meter next to Shamael and the lead, then it would have been something pretty interesting, right? But as it is, it's just nothing special happening in particular with this combination of champions, you know? So there is one thing that he can do really well, and I'm gonna explain it in a second, but then there are probably 10 more champions that can do the same thing, and you don't really have to stress about it. You don't really need him for that job either. I'm sure some creators will try to sell him as the new meta for this team. Oh my god, he is so OP for Yannicka and Wixwell. He's the best. When in fact he's not, you know, but it's gonna be a good sale for some of them. But either way, I just want to make it crystal clear, guys. This is one of those fusions that you can skip without having to worry about, okay? And I quickly want to get ahead of Torment again. Hopefully it's gonna happen. I feel like the best thing on this champion is the A1, you know? I like the A1 that has a chance to decrease that cooldown with each hit, you know? I think that's an amazing thing. But is that enough to justify doing a whole fusion? Personally, I'm most likely going to skip it. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to do any of the events. I'm going to try to get some fragments if it's a fragment one and use it for my mod to get a legendary champion. If that's not the case, if it's not a fragment fusion, I'm going to skip it completely and not really engage in any of the events that are a part of the fusion. And I can just chill till the Halloween fusion, you know? I do need to kind of like stock up on resources a little bit. So you see, we got decreased cooldown and we got Term Meter. So it actually happened on two different champions. It happened on Lazarius and it happened on Shamael. If I've seen it correctly, that animation procced on both of the champions. So that's actually pretty interesting. But that's just the A1, you know? Nothing too crazy. So let's see if we're taking that Head of Decay down. Let's get some Term Meter, increase the duration of buffs. Okay. Let's apply more pressure. Let's put more pressure on the wound right here. And let's go like this. Beautiful. We gotta kill two more magic heads. I just hope that the Head of Torment will pop out quick, you know. But this is sacrificing damage, guys. And I feel like it's really just nothing interesting as a combination of Shamael with him. You're really not gaining value. You're actually sacrificing something important out of your team to achieve this. And there's no real result behind the whole combination of these two champions. You know, it's just nothing in particular that will improve your team. So let's do that. Gotta kill that head now. Come on, Head of Torment. Don't keep me here for too long. Okay, heads down. head down, time to bring in new ones. Now, if we would have block debuffs on that A2, it would be a bit more interesting. You could argue that, okay, at least I'm going to use him as a support champion that not only that he will cleanse, but he will give me immunity versus some of the debuffs straight after it. Because, yes, it's nice to be able to cleanse debuffs to have a bigger healing. But if you're going to get debuffs straight after he used the cleanse, by the time you're going to use that skill again, those debuffs will expire. So you're not really going to gain value out of it either. So that's why an immunity would have been nice on that A2, you know. Okay, Head of Torment. Time to pop off, bro. Come on. You see, decrease cooldown on Lydia, decrease cooldown on Lazarius. As I mentioned, the A1 is definitely better than I expected. I was not expecting it to work as is working right now. Okay, Head of Torment. Yes, please. Thank you. So check this out, guys, okay? I'm going to put it on 1x speed so you can see it better. Now, whenever we are getting feared, Shamael will boost the thermometer of the lead, right? Pretty straightforward. You guys know how that works. Now, when we are getting fear on the rest of the champions, the fusion champion, I forgot his name right now, the new fusion champion, will get thermometer, okay? On top of that, the lead will get thermometer too. You see how the thermometer goes up? Boost thermometer twice, boost thermometer, boost thermometer, boost thermometer. So this will push him to go in front a bit more often. But he's just going to offer you some support with that skill. So it's really irrelevant to use them together as a combo because you're not really going to gain any insane value, okay? That's about it. You see, he's just getting the thermometer. He's not really cutting in front of the rest of your champions either. You see? Thermometer, 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 thermometer. And he's going again. But what is he really doing? Yes, you can say, I'm going to use the A1 and decrease the cooldowns of the skills 20, 30 times. And that's going to be enough value for me. But personally, I just think this is not enough, okay? To have to bring 2 champions to deal with a Head of Torment is already a massive sacrifice for your team, which nobody should take, okay? Let's just try to kind of like keep it honest. And that's about it. That's how this combination works. So, is this champion really good for the Hydra Clan Boss? Will this champion really change your gameplay? 100% not, okay? If you've just started playing 1 month ago, yes, any freaking champion that you're gonna get is gonna help you. So it's up to you if you wanna go just because of that. I'm not telling you not to go for the fusion because it won't help any of you guys. I'm sure it will help tons of people, okay? Tons of people that are still progressing through the game will gain some value out of this champion. Now, for whoever will try to sell you that new meta for the Yannika Wixwell comp, there is no new meta for that, okay? You have plenty of different champions that can increase the duration of buffs and will work just fine. Yes, he's gonna give you some extra thermometer, but he is on a 4-turn cooldown. Yes, he can decrease the cooldown of some champion skills, which is gonna be helpful, but it's not going to increase your damage, okay? That team won't get increased damage because of this champion. And I'm gonna leave it there. Now, when we are talking about Arena, he's not built on Stone Skin right now. I see that Napkeks has him in the team. So I'm gonna go versus his team. And I'm actually going to bring in my Armans. Where is he? Armans. I'm gonna stick with this team, actually. I'm not gonna bring nothing else in. So, let's see if he's on Stone Skin. Hopefully he's on Stone Skin. Come on. Beautiful. Nobody else on Stone Skin. Now, what I'm worried a little bit is that I'm gonna remove the Stone Skin. I'm hoping not to do that. Please, Crixia. Okay, we haven't removed the Stone Skin. Great news. So right now, I can drop the thermometer on the rest. So check this out. He's locked anyway, right? So we got thermometer. He got his thermometer boosted 3x. He did cut on my Armans because he was in Stone Skin, right? If I was not locking him, then he was going to basically cleanse the stun. But what you guys need to keep in mind is that they're still under that stun. they're not going to take a turn in front of my Armans. So I can just polymorph one of them. And I can just wipe them off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to attack this team again. Just to kind of like show it to you in a better practice. With the A1, he decreased the cooldowns of Sifido. So that's actually nice because he can at least decrease the cooldown of some skills, which might allow you to basically save the fight. Who knows? So let's take that Sifi down. We can take control over this Monkey King again and just wipe him off and then come and attack this team again. But this time around, I'm not going to use a lockout. So let me just find him again. Where are you hiding? Not there, not there, not there. I can quickly put him on a stone skin set as well, just to kind of like show you if we're going to go in offense with him. Oh my god, I cannot find that team. Come on, game. There we go. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to take her out. I'm going to take her out. And I need somebody that's fast. I need somebody that is fast. So I'm just hoping that I have gear on my champion. Sifi, does she have gear? She has some gear. What about Arbiter? Does she have gear? She has some gear. Okay, so we can go in as it is. This is gonna be a very good example, right? Hopefully we're faster. Beautiful. So we are faster. That's what I wanted to kind of like put in practice. So right now I have no champion to lock them out. I'm just gonna drop their Thermitor. Beautiful. So now he's taking a turn before my Armans, right? He's not. He's actually not taking a turn before Armans. So that's one of the issues. You can just do this. How is he gonna save you? He's not. I'm not sure why he took a turn. I think before he actually did not took a turn before Armans. I think he just counterattacked. Because it made no sense before when he took a turn before Armans. That's why I was a bit like, wait. He actually took a turn before Armans. So I was a bit surprised to see that. But as you guys can probably see right here, as you can probably notice, he's not going to take a turn before Armans, you know? And I'm going to give it another go. Let me just quickly find this team again. It's just the perfect example. There are not many options to kind of like test on here. And I'm going to go in the exact same way. I'm pretty convinced that he just counterattacked last time. Thermitor down on all three. Stun on 2. He got Thermitor 2x, and that's it, you see. You're not going to be able to stun Yumeko because she has, of course, the Veil. Actually, I know what happened before. We removed the Veil from his Yumeko with Krixia, and we stunned all three of them, and he got 3x Thermitor, which made him go in front of Armans. That's exactly what happened before. Okay. So I got it. That's what happened before. Now, I quickly want to share the build that I have on him with you guys. Then, I'm going to quickly change him on a stone skin, right? So if we're going to go, where is he? Right here. So this was the build that I tested in Hydra. These were the stats. I had, of course, a reflex and an impulse set on him. But let me just quickly give him a one-turn stone skin, right? We have him on a one-turn stone skin. That's exactly what we need from the champ. So let's go versus this one. I'm not gonna boost my Thermitor with Arbiter. I'm gonna let the Armans take a turn before. If not, most likely. Okay, he's faster. Beautiful. So there you go. Perfect. Finally, we found a person capable to do it. And you can do this. Now, I can cleanse, but look at the Thermitor that I have on my damage dealer. Right? So even if I cleanse, he gains some Thermitor. But the opponent is instantly taking a turn, and GG's, game over basically, right? So it's not going to be a good counter for crowd control champions in PvP. Okay, I'm going to end it there. I just wanted to make it crystal clear to show you exactly what you can expect from this champion. And these are the masteries that I got on him, defense and support. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Personally, this is the easiest skip that we had this year, in my opinion. As I mentioned, he will have one role, and that is the Wixwell Yannica comp. And you're going to have plenty of different champions that can fill that role. because these champions will not increase your damage, okay? Will just enable you to increase the duration of buffs. As simple as that. But as usual, much love. Appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.